Hello gold farmers, welcome to another Going Around Farming video. Today we'll be taking a look at a different type of gold farm. My fiance had brought this to my attention the other day while we were here in Argus, and I actually found it pretty interesting, mostly because I'd never really farmed any of the Argus zones or anything. I actually don't have hardly anything in them. I don't have the Destiny's Point, which is recommended for this farm, but you don't really need it. To get things started off with, there is a bunch of these stags all over the place. I believe there's roughly 15 to 20 of them, and they all have a chance of dropping this fresh tailbook meat, which, as you can see, it's pretty expensive. It does have a pretty decent sell rate as well. It can be in terms of, I guess, how you sell some transmog. It's got a pretty high sell rate in terms of transmog selling. After I go over a bit of all of this, I will show you guys the route. But basically what this meat does is it allows you to tame some hunter pets. It is only used for hunters, so I wouldn't recommend going out and buying this off the auction house if you aren't a hunter, or if you don't have a hunter that can get to Argus to obtain these pets. As far as I know, it's only one tameable beast, but it could be a couple of others. Again, I am new to Argus and everything about it. This was really popular back during this time of the game. However, not many people farm it anymore. As far as the drop chance goes for this meat, it is pretty low. I've been farming it for about 15 minutes now, and I haven't gotten one to drop. But yesterday I was able to pick up 4 within about 45 minutes, so the drop chance can be pretty finicky, because my fiance, ironically, was only able to pick up 1 of these meats within the 45 minutes I was farming it. And then I took a short break, and once I came back she had picked up 4 more. So I can't really guarantee a amount of this meat per hour, although at least 1 in an hour is definitely good, and you should definitely be able to get at least 1 of these in an hour. There are some of these stags that are running up and down this little path right here. I'd always try to check for them, because that's 3 more kills that you have. Sometimes they can be a little far out of reach, but I'd still recommend going to get them, because you never know. For this route, you'll want to start off down here at the Kirkle hovel, or however that is pronounced. And then you will want to run up this path right here, and then you'll take a left down to where I am at right now. Then you'll want to run back up and head back up to the top path that brings you up top here. You got quite a few stags that spawn alongside of the road. Then once you get to this little fork right here, you'll want to head right, kill the stags up in here, head back down, and then continue following the path towards the top of the map until you reach about right here, right where this little platform is. The last stag you'll kill is right in front of it. Then you can run up to Destiny's Point and teleport back to this little beacon right here, or you can just run all the way back up if you want, but I wouldn't recommend killing any of these stags if you do it that way. One thing I do also recommend is that you actually farm this in a group of at least 2 people. The reason why is because, well, and that second person should be a different server, and the reason why is so you can use the server hop method, and that way you don't have to worry about wasting a whole lot of time, because it is probably about a minute or 2 walk back up to the top, and you're not killing anything within that minute or two. What my fiance and I had tried yesterday was we would run down or up on one of our servers, switch, and then on our way back we would be able to kill all of the stags back on the way back up to the critical hovel. And then we just kind of kept repeating that, and that seemed to help our yield quite a bit more. As far as my routes LUA file, I know a lot of people have been talking about it and wanting me to try and update it and all of that, which I have been working on it. I was able to actually at least zip the updated file, and I want to go and upload it or update it on the Mediafire, which is the site I'm using to share my LUA file, and I was running into some problems with that, so I had to open up a ticket and figure out what was going on. It won't let me into my old account, so I'm not exactly sure what's going to go on there. I might have to create a new account, which means my updated LUA file will only be in my most recent videos and not my older videos. It will also mean that I have to have like 3 different sets of the LUA file. The reason why I have 2 different ones up right now is because something happened a while ago with my routes and I had lost all of them. So I ended up having to create another set of routes. So I guess in a sense both of those files are mostly different routes. I do have a couple duplicate routes on the on those 2 files. However, for the most part they are different. I know I've heard quite a few people telling me that they're the same routes and all of that, but they're not. A lot of the older ones from the first file are actually my old Legion routes and all the routes I had before Legion, and then I lost my routes somewhere in the middle of Legion and into BFA. So instead of trying to figure out what happened to them or getting them back, I just ended up remaking a lot of them and going from there. I do plan on trying to merge those 2 files. However, I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So if somebody does know how to merge files like that, please let me know. I'm pretty sure it's not as simple as just copying and pasting one LUA file into the other. Because watching a Toro Guide's way of implementing new routes into a, or importing new routes into a LUA file that already has routes on it, you have to go and select or find that zone that you want to merge some of the routes into, and I really don't know much about LUA files, so if anybody can help, any help will be appreciated. I am going to try really hard though to get my new updated LUA file up and running, hopefully by the time I get back from Canada, which I am leaving in a couple of days and I'll be gone for 2 weeks, so hopefully around the beginning of May I should have my LUA file updated. That will be all, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.